Why have humans always searched for hidden knowledge? From the caves of prehistory to the vast digital libraries of today, one thing has remained constant: our hunger to understand what lies beyond the obvious. But what if wisdom isn't lost? It's just waiting to be rediscovered, hidden in plain sight, preserved across cultures, encoded in temples, scriptures, and even in ourselves. This is the beginning of the Emerald Codex, a journey not of easy answers, but of deeper questions. Together, we'll investigate how different traditions across time explored the mysteries of consciousness and why their insights still matter. We won't skim the surface. We'll dive deep. We'll search not as collectors of symbols, but as explorers willing to honor the roots of wisdom. So let's begin with a question. Why has humanity always imagined wisdom as something hidden? A codex waiting to be found. The word codex once meant a bound book, but it also points to something deeper. A record, a storehouse, an archive of wisdom. That is what this project is about. The Emerald Codex is not a doctrine and not a set of quick spiritual takeaways. It is an exploration. Each episode, we'll take a universal question about consciousness, dreams, death, intuition, synchronicity, and explore how two, sometimes three, traditions understood it. We'll begin with one primary tradition, investigating its history, its practices, and its cultural setting. Then we'll place it beside a complementary tradition, showing how a very different culture approached the same mystery. Instead of rushing across many traditions, we'll slow down. We'll spend time with each, allowing depth to reveal what is universal. This is the Emerald Codex approach. One part historical research, one part cultural respect, one part living inquiry. We're here as investigators and as fellow travelers to understand what this journey is really about. We begin with the archetype of the Codex itself. In Egypt, in the early centuries of our era, a collection of mysterious writings emerged. The Corpus Hermeticum. They spoke of the universe as alive, of reality as mind, of the pattern as above, so below. These texts were said to preserve fragments of an older wisdom. Attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, a fusion of the Egyptian Thoth and the Greek Hermes, they became a model of what hidden knowledge could look like. Wisdom surviving through loss. And here, the shadow of the Library of Alexandria always appears. Founded in the 3rd century BCE, it was meant to house every text ever written. Scrolls from Egypt, Mesopotamia, Greece, and India all gathered in one place. Much of it was destroyed. Fire and conquest erased entire shelves of human thought. But fragments survived. Hermetic dialogues, Platonic philosophy, and Jewish mysticism. This is the pattern of the Codex. Wisdom never fully disappears. It hides, it waits. This archetype of hidden wisdom doesn't belong only to Egypt and Greece. In Tibet, there is the tradition of Terma, hidden treasure texts. Masters concealed teachings in caves, mountains, and even within the consciousness of future disciples. Centuries later, Tertans uncovered them at the exact time they were needed. Across cultures, wisdom breathes, it withdraws, and then returns. We forget, and then remember. Why do humans imagine wisdom this way? Perhaps because knowledge, like consciousness, unfolds in rhythm. Its concealment and revelation follow natural cycles. So what does this mean for us today? In one sense, we are surrounded by codices, digital archives, cloud servers, genetic code written into DNA. Memory itself is a kind of archive, but there is also the personal codex. Each of us carries hidden knowledge, unspoken lessons, quiet insights, truths that wait for the right season to surface. Hermetic philosophy speaks of rhythm, cycles of concealment and revelation. The Library of Alexandria burned, but Hermetic texts survived. Tibetan Terma hid and returned centuries later. Loss and rediscovery are not accidents. They are part of the architecture of wisdom. Perhaps the Codex is not just out there in the world. Perhaps it is within us as we begin this journey together. Let's end with questions rather than answers. Why do we imagine wisdom as something hidden, waiting to be rediscovered? What wisdom might you be carrying that feels like part of a lost codex? If the Library of Alexandria could be reborn inside you, what texts would fill its shelves? This is the path of the wisdom explorer, not to claim mastery, but to ask better questions, to listen deeply to traditions, and to uncover what has always been waiting in the human spirit. Welcome to the Emerald Codex. The investigation begins. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.